Okay, if you haven't done a class in a while, probably best to have your little ball nearby, handy, or a rolled up towel, so then you can place it under your back for any rolling up. We're going to do no props today, and let's start to warm up. So as usual, we'll take our arms nice and wide and clasp our hands and looking up to the ceiling. We're going to stretch up, up. And we're going to breathe all the way in. Feel the lungs right up and all the way out. And in. And out. Really feel them up. Last one. And really empty. And bring our arms around. I'm going to keep this class low level. Just have a few new people with the on-demands, and my live streamer here hasn't done Pilates in a while, and I'm actually feeling quite tense with a bit of a sore back. So I haven't talked you through that first roll now, and I'll talk you through the next. We're going to come up to the knees though, looking at the body, and then we are going to just fold our hands down our legs and then float them. You're looking at your feet. You're going to flatten through the stomach area, looking at your knees as you just lift up from the waist to the knees. And then we're going to go down again. Just, you've got to challenge that tenseness by 10%. Try to get down a little bit further each time. Flatten through the belly. And we're going to come up to the knees. Looking at the body the whole time. We're going to go down one more time. And we're going to keep looking at the body the whole way up and fold our hands up our legs. Bringing the chin off the chest last and a big shoulder roll. Okay, I didn't talk you through going down, so let's talk through going down. Shoulders are coming over, chin is coming on the chest. We're folding our hands down our legs and we're keeping an eye. So we're looking at the belly button area right now. Then we're going to look through the legs. We're going to float our arms and just put a little bend in the knees. And rowing the boat, we're going to grab the elbows. We're going to straighten one leg and push the hip out of the other and swap. So straighten the leg, push the other hip out and row past the straight leg. Easier if you watch me and then listen to those words. They probably make no sense. So we row past the straight leg, push the other hip out. And it's really like as if you're in a plastic blow up kayak or a real kayak on the river, and you've got that oar and you're digging it right in and you're trying to get it moving. We're going to warm up the shoulders, hips, the knees, everywhere here. Got two more. Last one. We're going to bend our knees right down, 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 down. I'm going to pull our feet into our kneecaps. And I'm going to fold up the same way. So we're looking at our body the whole way up, folding our hands up the body, flattening through the stomach area, keeping our chin on our chest, lifting that up last, and then a big shoulder roll. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to start with working our feet. So we're going to place the flat of our toes right next to our arch. Our knee is bent, and we're going to fold over that joint. So you're pushing your toes into the mat and trying to bring the rest of the foot over the ball of the foot. We'll stand this way so you can see what I mean. And I'm going to swap. So put the flat of the toes down, and we'll keep this leg, the straight leg straight, 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 and then try to fold our foot more over the toes. Usually about the second or third one, the nerves really start to wake up, but our feet do so much for us. right next to your arch. So you don't want your foot back here or over here or over here. You're right next to your arch. And once you do feel it, it can be a little bit, how do you do, you know? But we're here to challenge those tensences in our body. I'm trying to choose the right word, but you know, we want our body to be more free flowing. So sometimes we do have to challenge what feels like, you know, pain, maybe a word for it, but it's just actually, you're just feeling your body. Pain is such a big word. So we like to challenge getting to the feeling. We don't want to cause pain. Pain is like something that doesn't go away. And we'll do one more time each side. And on the left side. Okay, so this time we're going to do the front of the foot. So we point our toe and it's right next to our right next to your arch. You're not going back. I see heaps of people go back, heaps of people go forward to the side. And it might challenge your balance, but you know what, just take your time to get to the spot. You're going to point your toe right next to your arch. You're going to fold your toes down. So we're coming this way now. And we're going to open. And we're going to get those feels. You might get them straight away. It might take you to the second, third. Depends how much. Like if you wear heels, I believe you would feel this one straight away. You'll make sure you're right next to the arch to get the full benefit of this movement. And we just settle into this glute and then fold the foot down. I'm going to turn and face the other way for the next one. Right next to my arch. Or on it. Right. And swap. Do one more time each side. Right next to your arch, find your balance. Fold that foot down. It is common to get a little cramp. It's one that you can flick out as soon as you kind of feel it. It shouldn't be one that sets in. So don't be alarmed if that does happen. I personally get them as well. So it's just the blood flow is now coming down to your feet. For people that have bad circulation, it may set off a little cramp. So, but it's a good thing. It means your blood is circulating. Beautiful. Let's give our feet a good flick. Excellent. I'm going to come down on our mat. We're going to have our feet are together at the back, toes are together, and our legs are apart. And we're just going to come up, squeeze your butt at the top and down. And up, squeeze at the butt and down. And up. And up. Let's take our arms. We're going to take our arms up and just bring them back down to our knees. And bring them up together. And down. And up. And 2. And 1. Beautiful. You're going to take one leg out. I want you to have your foot like the toe is coming straight forward. So your foot is aligned with the end of your mat. And we're going to come up and come down. The other leg has stayed exactly where it was. Up and down. Okay, I want you to bring our arms out wide and then down and up and 3, 2, last one. Bring that back, take to the other side. So the toe is facing straight ahead and the foot is across the mat. Let's just come up without the arms to start. So your hips are staying forward. Take the arms, same again, out wide. And 3, 2, the last one. Beautiful. We're going to start inside kneeling. So side kneeling, where easiest way I guess is come down on the mat, place your hand down, come on over your hand, flick your foot out. Some people have bad fingers. I think they'll do a fist. Personally, I just have my finger down. What you want to do is make sure that your butt is tucked, you're flattening through the stomach, and you're like a pencil. I don't want you flopping over like this or back. You're fully like a pencil. Just have our hand on our hip. We're going to lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your arm out. We're going to bend and meet. You won't get all the way in to start with, but each time as your body warms up a little bit, just try curling that a little bit further. So you're trying to bring your knee to your nose. 3, 2, the last one. Beautiful. We'll come to the other side. So you're coming up. So your hand is back in line with your knee, and then you bring you're tucking your butt forward and you're flattening through your stomach. Top is nice and tight, and we're going to lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arm. We're going to come in and out and in and out. 3, 2, the last one. And down together. All right, we'll go into 4-point kneeling. So 4-point kneeling, we have our knees underneath our hips and our hands underneath our shoulders. Make sure we're like a box. And we're going to start with dropping. So we're going to tuck our tail up. We're going to drop our belly button down. Let our chest go through our shoulders. And we're looking up. We're starting with the cow. And then rotate the hips, starting from the lower back, rolling up. And then you're looking through the tops of your thighs, flattening through your stomach area. The chest is come up through the shoulders. And then we're going to rotate the hips, lower that lower back, and looking up. Oh, so good. And start with that lower back, roll that lower back up so that you can get the spine towards the ceiling. And down. We're rotating the hips and just curling the spine either up or down and looking towards the body or towards the roof, flattening through the stomach. We'll do 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. I'm going to bring one of your hands more into the center of your mat and take your hand and bring it next to your face and your elbow is bent. And we are going to keep this straight arm straight. And we're going to just lower our body down to the mat with the elbow. And then we're going to twist and try and take that elbow up to the roof the best we can. And then you can see, close of my eyes because my lower back is been a bit stiff since nearly a week now. No real reason why, probably just the change of weather. So even I am a little bit windzy on the spine twists, but afterwards you just feel amazing. 3, 2, last one, hold it up, you're gonna open, I'm gonna tap that hand down, keep that arm long, open, long, open, long. 3, 2, last one. And slide that hand in, and we're going to take to the other side. I'll just turn around. And we've got the elbow bent, so our hand is just near our face. And keep the other arm straight, let that shoulder pop up so that you can reach down towards the mat with the elbow. You may not get there, just don't bend the other arm. Twist. Beautiful spine twist. And 4. Just take our time because there's no need to rush. We want to get some good movement back into the body. 2. Hold the last one. Up with the arm. And we're going to stretch, tap, and up. Stretch, tap. And 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. I'm just going to turn back around. We all have our favorite ways to face in a room or on a mat, and this is clearly mine. Okay, so from 4-point kneeling, we're going to just take our arms out on the diagonal, and we're going to tuck our toes. We're going to shift our weight, and then we're going to lift our knees, and here we are in plank. And then we're going to take our body up to pike. Just step your feet in a little bit. So pike is your butt's going up to the ceiling. And we're going to push our heels down, 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 down. We're going to walk our hands towards our feet. Keep your leg straight as long as you can. If you need to bend, do so. We're going to come up to standing. And again, we're going to walk our hands down our legs. If you need to bend your knees to get down to the mat, do so. And then straighten once you can. We're going out to plank. All the way out. Keeping that. So plank is not with your bum up. And you're definitely not hanging everything down. You're staying strong through the core. I just made you stay there a little bit. No apology. But up to the ceiling. You can walk those toes a little bit closer to you. Push your heels down, 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 down. We're going to walk our hands in again. I'm going to do 2 more of these. So these are inversions once we move past plank. And they're so good for your cardio health. Having your head underneath the level of your heart just speeds up that cardio blood supply. Push the heels down, down, down. And one last one of these in the full. sure you really get to that pencil of the plank. Heels down, 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 down here in 5. Pull yourself back. And up. I'm going to go down to plank, and we're going to do, I think it's front leg pull. I think back leg pull is when you're in the opposite direction. So we bring our feet a little bit close together, make sure we're in a good plank. Now, if it's hard for you to hold here, then you may go down onto your elbows. We're going to lift one leg. Lift. Same leg. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to swap the leg. Stay strong through your core. 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees. That's it. Bring yourself down in the child's pose. Have a nice breath here. All right, let's go into lying. Have our hands next to our chest. And at first, we're not going to use them. We'll just go for baby cobra. So baby cobra is we lift our chest and we're looking about a third of the way up the wall, but you may not get that high. If you're just looking above the skirting, that's totally fine. And you're keeping your feet down on the mat and you're not engaging these hands. So if you were just engaging them, lift them off the mat because you want to use your lower back to get you up and down. And relax. And 3 more. Take your time. Hang up the top for a couple of seconds. Yeah. The last one. Okay. We're going to bring our, just lay your hands down wherever you feel comfortable. We're bringing our feet up to the ceiling. And what we're going to do, have them a little bit closer together, is you will push your hips down into the mat, or your groin area down into the mat, and you're going to lift one thigh up, and then replace. Lift, same leg, replace. Lift, replace. 4, 3, 2, last one. And squat. You can do this with your head like down on the mat, but I get a little bit claustrophobic, which is why I'm just placing my head in the same direction as the knee that I'm lifting. And you lift and more. You might not even feel like you're getting your thigh off the mat. But if you're getting that experience in the lower back that it feels like you're trying to lift, that's the exercise. So you're doing it. 4, 3, 2, the last one. Beautiful. Just take your legs nice and long. And we're going to take our arms by our side. And we're going to do mini cobra with our arms by our side. So we're going to lift, float our hands, and go down. And just 3, 2, keep those toes on the mat. The last one. Now bring your knees back up. So again, this can be done with your chin on the mat, but because I just can't do that. I have my head to the side. And what I do is I'll do 4 with my head one way, and then I'll turn my head and put 4 the other. Sometimes I remember to prompt that, and other times I do not. So We've got our hands on our feet, and we are going to push our feet into our hands, and we are going to lift our thighs. And again, it might not feel like you're getting your thighs off the mat, but the attempt uses it, so don't panic. Last one, if you're going to change your head, we're going to change it now. So I push my feet into my hands, then my hips into the mat and lift my thighs. 2. The last one. Beautiful. And come into a nice wide leg. Take our knees as wide as the mat, feet together at the back. We'll go down for a nice wide leg. So I'll first pop everything down. Hopefully that lower back is feeling a bit released and not like grabbing as you're trying to go down. Breath here. I'm going to take it to one side. I'm going to take it to the other side. We're going to go down to laying. I'm in Western Australia and we've just had our first big storm coming into winter. It's been very dry for a long time. It's really dark and gloomy outside. Let's take ourselves down. We've got our knees bent, hip width apart. I'm going to start with just a lower back. I'm going to just keep your hands next to your body. I'm just going to move my hands so you can perhaps see what my arch is doing. So I'm rotating my hips so that I can get my spine a little bit further off the mat. Make sure you're nice and evenly down through the shoulders. And then we're going to rotate back, flatten through the stomach, and just try to get the whole spine imprinted down. And rotate the hips. And just feel that in the lower back. But if you have a trouble lower back, this is going to feel amazing. Wow. We will do form imprint, make sure you flatten through the stomach area. Try to get each piece of your spine down on the mat. And then arch. Two more. Last one. Bring our shoulders off the mat. And we're going to bring our legs into tabletop. We're going to grab one knee and we're going to pull it in and take the other leg to a hover. Really pull that knee in. And then we're going to swap and really pull that knee in. And swap. And swap. Breathe. 2. Last one. And then we want to go again. Let's take our legs down. We're going to take our legs long. Have our arms out to our side. And we're going to take the leg straight up to the ceiling. And we're going to do leg circles. So we're going to take this leg all the way over. You're going to let your hip come off. You're trying to keep this shoulder down on the ground. But for the first couple, as your spine unlocks, just let it lift a little bit. And once your lower back feels like it's moving a bit freer through sorry, let me do that again. We're going over, I got involved in talking, we're going around in a circle and up. So once you're feeling freer through that core area of the back, then really attempt to keep the shoulder down. So it may mean that your circle becomes less large, smaller. But now we'll really focus on trying to keep that shoulder down. 3, 2, really think about that. So you get a really good spine twist. Last one. I've got all the faces going on. Now we're going to go wide. So we take the leg out long, come around. We let that hip lift off again. Still now keep a focus on that shoulder staying down. It should be a lot easier to keep down now than the first couple. And move around. 2. The last one. We'll just stop at the wide. Okay, let's take the other leg up. Okay, again, for the first couple, you can let that shoulder lift a little bit, just to get used to the motion. Oh, I'm straighten this leg as tense I am. Coming across the body first, and around, and up. Across the body first. Okay, now I want you to start focusing on trying to keep that shoulder down. Two more this way. Oh, every part of my body is, it's like creaking. But it's starting to loosen up and feel a lot better. We're going to go wide. Open wide first and around. Keeping that shoulder down all the time now. Really focusing on that. But 3 more. Last one. Finish out on the wide. Our knees back up. And we're going to keep our arms out. We're just going to let our knees drop to the one side. Should be moving a lot more freer now. Just heading there for seconds. Lifting back up. And 1 more each side. And we're going to keep our knees bent down, bring our arms back to the side. We're going to go for some shoulder bridge just to finish off. So make sure our shoulders are nice and evenly, spine is nice and evenly, everything even down the mat. And don't have your feet too far away from your butt, but they are going to be hip width apart. And we are going to start with the same lower back arch that we were just doing earlier. And then we're going to imprint. We're going to scoop. And we're going to come up, 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 up. A little squeeze of the butt. Make sure we're coming nice and flat through the stomach. And then we're going to roll each piece of your spine down as if you're like a piece of Play-Doh. Should feel just like an amazing little massage. And little arch, imprint, scoop, up we come. Be able to look up the whole length of your body here, and then we roll each piece down. Do 4 more. Just enjoying getting some movement into your body, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of the day it is, wherever you are. Might be at the beach, might be in a park. Be at home in the dry. Didn't have to drive to a studio. Got 1 more. I'm going to hold the next one up. Now feet a little bit closer together, and I want you to wobble your shoulders a little bit more underneath your body to create a little bit more stability. I'm going to take 1 foot up and down, up. Keep our knee bent today. Skipping this nice and lower level. 3, 2, 1. Take that down, push your hips back up if you've dropped them. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Keeping our hips up, just let your feet go a little bit further away again. We're going to pulse up towards the ceiling, so it's kind of like a squeeze of the butt. Up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let go of your shoulders from underneath you, and we're going to roll down nice and easily. Get each piece of your spine. If you get a little crack, then give this little flap, so it'll feel amazing for you. Go into an arch. Finish with the imprint. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a little like side to side motion, like you're a boat in the water. Just 1 more time. And give a little rock. And come up for mermaid. Oh. So mermaid, we've got our Z-sit. And then we take our A-frame out. So our hands coming in line with our hip. Drop our elbow. We make sure we're flattened through the stomach and we've got everything in a line. And over we come. And the other side. So the same again, out with the A-frame, straight up. And turn each side. The neck came down. Really be mindful of your posture, that you're not letting your shoulder drop forward or back, that you're really stacked upon each other. Really best to try and keep the good structures and alignment throughout the Pilates class so that you really do get those good benefits. So your Z-sit. And if you can't do a Z-sit, it's totally fine. Like I'll show you how to do cross-legged. And it's the same if you need to have both legs on one side. What matters is this alignment at the top and on the side. I'm going to walk around my legs anyway. So what we go. The last one each side. Beautiful. Okay. Come up and do some rolling down. Feet hip width apart. I'll talk you through the down this time properly. So we're shoulders over, we're chin on the chest, flatten through the stomach, and we take our hands down our legs. And then at the bottom, just float our hands. We should feel like we're closer to the mat. And we're going to flatten through the stomach, keep looking at your body and just rise up to the knees. Should feel a lot easier to do than at the beginning of class. And take yourself down. And flatten through the stomach and keep looking at your body, lift up to the knees. 2 more. The last one. I'm going to come all the way up after this one. Keep looking at the body, float the hands up the legs all the way. Everybody does roll ups and roll downs a little bit different. And we're going to be baby elephants. So shoulders over, rolling down the same way. Putting a bend, just a slight bend in the knees this time, and you're hanging your hands. And we're going to just sway as though your arms are a trunk. Just sway the knees. You can shut your eyes down. Might be getting ready for bed. Might be gearing up for the day. Just take this moment for yourself. Another 2 seconds. We're going to bend the knees right down, 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 and put the face in as far as you can. And we're going to fold those hands up the legs, keep looking at the body all the way. 2 big shoulder rolls at the top. In the other direction. And our hugs. And I'm going to be corny because you've made time for you. Just show yourself some love. Get some of those 6 hugs that we're supposed to get a day from yourself right now. Swap and go a little bit lower. Hopefully everywhere in your body is moving. It's a little bit better now. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night.